this time is gonna be different. I've convinced myself to make another attempt at hashtag 30 inks 30 days. And if you're unfamiliar with that, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below so you can read more about it. Essentially though, the idea is that for the next 30 days in September, I will be swatching a new ink every single day. And I have tried participating in hashtag 30 inks 30 days previously. I've talked about it in some other videos, so I'll have those linked off in the cards and in the description box below. It helped me kick off my ink journal. I was able to get in a couple of ink swatches and just the whole thing came to a screeching halt. I had so much going on and I think I really underestimated the time that I needed to invest in daily ink swatches and also sharing it, because I was trying to post every day on TikTok and Instagram with my little ink swatches. So I sit here today with renewed confidence. I don't know, the confidence is quickly decreasing as I say this, but I sit here with renewed confidence to make another attempt. So in today's video, again, we'll already be a week through, so hopefully I have some good things to report, but as of today, it's August 31st, the day before hashtag 30 inks 30 days start. So to kick off this video, I just want to share my goals, my strategy, and then we'll do a little recap of how the first week went. As far as my own goals for hashtag 30 inks 30 days, I think that I just want to try to get past day 9 this time. Like if we can get 10 days of ink swatches, that would be awesome. Obviously, the most ideal situation would be I finish the whole month. And I think that that's doable. Actually, I'm not even sure if I have 30 inks. So in the most ideal setting, I would complete the month or at least get through all of my ink swatches. But like I said, I would be happy if I just get up to 10 days of ink swatches. My schedule currently isn't that much different than what I was dealing with when I first made my attempt at hashtag 30 inks 30 days. Arguably, it's gotten a little busier and oh, the renewed confidence is just dwindling so rapidly. But the things that are really helping me sit here and say that I am gonna give my best shot at the second attempt is I'm going to probably pull back on the social media updates. I think that really added to the amount of time that it was taking for me to actually do these ink swatches. Some things that really helped in the beginning in my first attempt was I was pre-planning my like ink pages. I don't have an example here, but this is how I've set up my ink log, and I basically just kind of went in and outlined the structure already. So I think because I already know what the ink swatch is gonna look like, that's gonna save hopefully a lot on time. Again, kind of pulling back on the social media updates. I don't know, maybe I'll just do a weekly recap. I mean, we'll see if I get through the first week and how it goes, and then we can sort of recalibrate and reassess. But I also think that what's gonna help me this time around is knowing that I'm just gonna go through the inks and not worry about a specific order. I don't know that I was really concerned about that the first go around, but I really was trying to focus on what inks were going in which of my fountain pens, and that decision-making time was time that could have been spent swatching and sharing. And I don't know, I take a lot of time and put a lot of thought into what ink needs to go into what pen. So I think I'm just gonna go through my ink samples, not worry too much about the order, and just see get a better idea of what's actually in my ink collection. And I think the majority, at least to start, will be ink samples. And then if I happen to have gone through all of my ink samples before the month has ended, I'll go into my full-size bottles, which I don't have a whole lot of. Something else that I think will help me tremendously for this attempt of hashtag 30 inks 30 days is having this beautiful dip pen. And this was actually gifted to me by my brother and his wife. So hi Jordy and Jane, if you're watching this. They came to visit for about a week and a half and they gifted me this beautiful fine writing instrument. I'm gonna, make this work the way that I think will help me be the most successful, and that is just totally cutting down on the cleaning time. Let's face it, cleaning your fountain pens at the end of every day does take a lot of time, and even just having like a little bit of ink in there, it still takes time to flush it out. But with something like this, it's so easy to clean, and so I'll be able to get those writing samples in along with the ink swatches, and we're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. So again, I just want to say thank you to my brother and my sister-in-law for giving me this beautiful little dip pen. I love that it has this gorgeous maroon burgundy feather, and there's the little dip nib right there. Might kind of seem like my thoughts are all over the place, but I think if I had learned anything the first time around is to just be flexible and to know that if I can do it, great. If I can't, well then at least I tried. We'll see how it goes. I will check in with you guys in a week and we will recap if I actually got through the first week of hashtag 30 inks 30 days. Hello, my sweet pen friends. We are back. It is Tuesday, the 7th. Yes, right? Yeah, because yesterday was Labor Day. Well, the things that I said. Okay, so I guess I should first recap what inks I have swatched for you. So let me go ahead and pull those out from my little ink file. So... I laugh at myself. All right, so here's what we got going on. These are the 3 inks that I have swatched so far. We have Vinta Serena, Vinta Maharlika, and Vinta Peria. I know my pronunciation is probably not so great, but we do the best we can here. And I posted these inks over on my Instagram, so if you want to check those out, I'll have a link to that in the description box below. I didn't swatch anything over the weekend. I had other things going on. My goal is still to participate in hashtag 30 inks 30 days. I obviously won't be on track with only 3 inks, so I'm gonna swatch a few inks today. My plan is to swatch 4 today. Maybe some of you feel like that's not really capturing the essence of hashtag 30 inks 30 days if I'm not swatching new inks every single day, and I completely understand that. For me, this is just more of an opportunity to kind of add to my ink log. So let's go ahead and swatch a couple inks today. Going forward, I'm just gonna try to swatch inks Monday through Friday, and we'll kind of, if I can get to swatching inks on the weekends, that would be awesome. But I just kind of know now, based off of this past weekend, that it's not as feasible for me to do it. So the first ink that I'm gonna swatch is Vinta Armada. I've used this twice now in my Twisby Eco Pastel Pink. It hasn't been too full fills, but I have used it in there twice. So I figure it's about time that I actually add it to my ink log. I like this because it's a really interesting gray. It's actually the first gray that I've tried, and I really like it. I feel like there's a lot of different hues that are kind of hiding underneath the gray. I actually don't think I would have opted to use a gray ink so early on. I mean, I say so early on, I've been using fountain pens for a while now, but quite slow at trying ink, so I don't think that I would have gotten around to trying a gray ink as soon as I did. It was actually Chris, a friend over here on YouTube, who recommended that I try a gray ink, and she said that she really liked it just for being able to use it on not so great paper. It's a little bit lighter and a little less harsh than black. I'm really glad that I got around to trying this ink because I really, really like it. It's actually coming out much darker in this swatch. I'm surprised. It really is a light gray, at least from what I've experienced in my TWSBI Eco. So I kind of talked about this in the Q&A that I just did, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll have it linked off in the cards and in the description box below. I have been really partial to extra fine, fine, and medium nibs, but what I'm finding is in these little ink logs that I'm doing, I would really like a bold nib, especially for this part where I'm kind of like doodling the leaves. I find that it just looks a lot smoother when I'm using a broad nib. Did I say a bold nib? I'm kind of not the greatest at multitasking, so what I meant to say was a broad nib if I didn't say that. For my ink log, I like to put the name of the ink at the top, where I got the sample or bottle from, and then just a quick little blurb about what the color is. Usually this is a compilation of the product description and what I think and what colors I see in the ink. So that's gonna be it for this little ink swatch. I went ahead and put my rating. I do think, in my opinion, for my needs and my wants in a great fountain pen ink, just the color is amazing, so I give it 5 stars and 5 stars in my TWSBI Eco. My stars aren't looking that great, but you know, we're just gonna deal. On to the next ink. I have Vinta Piloncitos. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, and you know, I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments. So this just looks like such a gorgeous ink. There's a little bit of shimmer in it, and it's been a while since I've used a shimmer ink. It's got like gold shimmer. Really, really lovely. When I first started my ink log, I think I felt the need for all of my ink swatches to look perfect. And, you know, I think there is some benefit to having structure, but I don't really need to be so rigid. I don't know why I'm closing this. I still need to do the ink splatter. I think my first go around with hashtag 30 inks 30 days, that's kind of what slowed me down, is feeling like every ink swatch needed to be perfect. But I don't know, I'm just doing this all kind of for the first time. I mean, I do have my pages set up in a particular way so that all of my ink entries look somewhat uniform, but the only way that I'm really gonna know what it is that I need out of my ink journal is to kind of just go at it and make modifications as we go. Even right now, this ink swatch, I don't really like the way that it's turning out, but we got a lot of inks. Well, not a lot of, we have 2 more inks after this to swatch, so can't be too precious with this. So I don't have this currently inked in any pens, and that is where my little feathered dip pen is gonna come in. I'm sorry about the lighting for these swatches. I have my light set up and I'm trying to get close to the window, but I suppose it's not quite enough. I really am enjoying using this dip pen for my ink swatches because it's so easy to clean. The only thing is that it is quite fine. That line is terrible. This is looking to be a real messy entry, but you know, we go with the flow. Yeah, things are not going so well, guys. I just realized that my microphone was on mute this entire time, and then my camera stopped recording, so yeah, thank you for bearing with me in this video. I thought I'd just pop back on and recap the swatches for you because I think it only recorded the first 2 swatches. Our Vinta Inks Armada, that beautiful gray, and then this aged gold with greenish tint to it. This is Vinta Inks Piloncitos. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. To finish off the last 2 entries, we have Vinta Inks. This is just like a gorgeous blue with red tint to it. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce it. I know I'm gonna pronounce it incorrectly. And then we have Troublemaker Recto Avenue, just a really nice bold red. I think all of these inks look gorgeous individually, but really just kind of like stacked together. They're all very unique to one another, and I'm really glad that I now have ink swatches because now I know what they look like. You know, just really look forward to enjoying them in some pens. But those are the ink swatches that I promised you, and that is an update from me on how hashtag 30 inks 30 days round 2 is going. I would love to hear from you. Are you participating in hashtag 30 inks 30 days? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with a pen friend who you think might also enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and to turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss any of our videos. I do my best to upload here every Wednesday at 8 a.m. PST, so please take care until then. Feel free to enjoy these 2 videos linked here on the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.